And 3, 2, 1. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
Tonight in the House of Craze, we have the man that goes by Nem. He's got a book called Space Monkeys. We're going to be talking to him, and we're going to be talking about covers. Covers.
Yes. You know, when I hear Nem, I think Nemesis Enforcer from G.I. Joe. But yes, but with that said, let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the Dreamer, Medina, and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George the Dreamer Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. We are live. It is Tuesday night, February 3rd, and we are coming to you from, I'm in New York. Sammy's out there somewhere in the middle of the country. And we are going to, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, comment, like, do all that fun stuff. Big shout out to Will. What up? Creators Outlets in the house. Lou Pons is in the house as usual. Thank you guys for showing up. Please throw that like in there. And we're going to be talking tonight about a couple of things. One of the things that we're going to be talking about is covers, premium covers. Are they worth it? We're going to be talking about that in a little bit. We're also going to be talking to Mr. Nem, who's got a book coming out. It's actually live now, I believe, right, on Kickstarter.
It is live. I think it's not even half a day, and then blew his goal. I think he's working towards his second stretch goal. Yeah, awesome. Killing it.
I love
killing
it.
the game. Killing the game.
I love it, man. Yeah, no, so that's happening. But yeah, what's going on with you, Samuel? What's going on in your neck of the woods over there?
In my neck of the woods, what's going on? Anyway, we're getting ready for Texoma Comic-Con. That's what's coming on right now. So you're coming out here. We're gonna drive out there, and we're gonna have a hoot of a time. And right after that, it's LitCon, and then after that, it's Free Comic Book Day. Those are 3 events I'm working towards. Working on Cosmic Wars right now, and that's coming along pretty nicely. But we have a crossover special that's going on between Space Monkeys and the Cosmic Invaders himself. What's up, Lori Cacatera in the house? So if only 10 people, only 10, we're not asking for a lot. We're not asking, but if only 10 people back Cosmic Wars and those same 10 back Space Monkeys, everybody who back Cosmic Wars will get this crossover print that I did of Gorf and Space Monkeys. So everybody gets that. That's an incentive to support my bud and his campaign and Cosmic Wars as well. Tonight, we're going to unveil. We're going to wait a little later in the show. We're going to unveil, do a cover reveal from a fantastic illustrator, amazing, somebody that I hold in high regard, very talented, Lou Pons. So we're going to be unveiling the cover that she did for Cosmic Wars. It's going to be a variant cover. It's going to be a limited run, guys. So you're going to want to pick that cover up. I'm telling you. But yeah, so, and not only that, but if you have a Kickstarter out there, Catch the Craze is hooking you up. So if you have a Kickstarter, do you have a Kickstarter campaign scheduled for February or March? we're offering a promotional package where your 30-second video or audio promo will be featured weekly on Cast the Craze podcast in February and March and posted on Facebook. In exchange, we ask you to include Cosmic Wars with a link to our campaign at the bottom of your Kickstarter. Simple as that. You get us posting you, tagging you with your link, and you get a 30-second video that's played every week for the month of February and March. And all you have to do is just put us on the bottom of your page on Kickstarter that says "Friends of our campaign" with a link to Cosmic Wars. DM me or send me a message, and we'll make it happen. But yeah, so that we're hosting that as well. So again, it's video or audio, 30-second promo. Send it over. But there's a lot of campaigns going on right now. I mean, February's a big month, man. February's a huge month, bro.
Mm-hmm. I feel like every month, bro. Like there's never like if you would have launched in January, you would have noticed so many campaigns.
5,000 of them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's one of those things, man. Like Kickstarter is where a lot of fellow indies and publishers and even big time publishers. I mean, you saw what they're doing with the Thundercats and all that. Like everybody just goes to these crowdfunding platforms to try to get money for whatever it is they're working on. But yeah, no, February's looking like it's a big month. I know Lori's got a campaign. Big shout out to Lori Calcaterra
on the 6th, I believe. She launches on the 6th. 7th, yeah.
So she's got that going on. Nem, obviously the guest coming up has a campaign. So there's quite a few. There's quite a
Kevin
few
Davis, Michael Gardner. There's a lot of campaigns on launching. Yeah.
She is on the 7th, confirmed. Yeah. So big shout out to everybody who's out there trying to promote their stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, Sam. So you talked about Texoma. The Kickstarter is launching on the 12th.
Yeah.
Follow the campaign. Did you put the
I'm going to put the links in the chat in a second.
The links will be in the chat.
Yes. And a lot of you should be receiving your package. I've been getting hit up saying I got my package today in the mail. So Forbidden is out. So if you got the hardcover or softcover edition, both of them are out in the mail. The few of you that got the exclusive 10-pack trading card, gold foil, or the ones that did get the puzzle book on the puzzle, 300-piece puzzle, it's in the mail. So is the book bag. Some of you got the book bags. They're in the mail. Some of you got the maps. That's in the mail. So that's exciting. But I got a special message from an episode sponsor.
What's up, everybody? We are just a couple of weeks away from the worldwide debut of Cosmic Wars. I created this bad boy when I was 12 years old, and now I get to share it with you. But you're going to learn a lot about the characters, the heroes and villains, and all the excitement about the series. But I am here today to tell you about 3 ways where you, as a backer, will get some free stuff, some cool incentives. First, if you sign up today and if you pledged on day 1, make a physical pledge, you become an honorary Cosmic Guardian Defenders of Freedom. This 4-inch sticker will be yours, free of charge, just for backhand. And for all backers that pledge $25 or more, you're going to get this exclusive Cosmic Gorf trading card. This is yours just for backing the campaign at $25 or more. And then there's one more surprise. I got a buddy of mine. He's got space monkeys. And I did this amazing piece, a crossover between Gorf and space monkeys. And if you back both campaigns, if we get at least 10 physical backers for both campaigns, then you're going to get this print right here by me in the mail from me. That means everybody who pledged on this campaign, physical pledge, just for having 10 of you back both campaigns. That and much more. So have you signed up? Let's go.
Rocking that Obama smile. Yeah, so
the Obamas.
Yeah, man. So that's what it is. So Cosmic Wars launches next week, next Thursday, I believe. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it, man. Next
Yo,
week. Is it next week?
Yeah, it's next Thursday.
That is insane.
That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. It just snuck up on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what made you decide the 12th?
I don't want to give that secret away, bro. There's a
Oh,
nuggets.
okay.
No. I was listening to a lot of crowdfunding podcasts, and a lot of different ones, all said the same thing. So I was looking at a red thread.
I know you
Yeah.
said Thursday, right? No, but I'm saying
Right.
why specifically the 12th? Why not the week after? And the only reason why I asked that is because that's Valentine's Day weekend. And so
Oh,
yeah.
great way to give a gift for Valentine's. Whoa, baby. I hooked you up. I got you Cosmic. Cause there's a love fest going in there with Princess Raina and Gorf. Yo, perfect. Oh, yeah, that's even better.
That's what you did it. Got it. That's what you did it.
That's what I did it. The love boat.
This kid. Oh my God. All right. Well, listen, for those of you who, we're talking about Kickstarters.
Yeah, man.
The Shameless Plug Kickstarter, everything's been sent out. You guys should have your stuff. Let me know if you've gotten it. If you haven't gotten it, please send me a message. If you joined the email list, then you have gotten an email for the voting for the covers, and that will start happening in the next couple of months. In May, I'll start sending that out. And you can pre-order the graphic novel today. Big shout out to those who have already pre-ordered the graphic novel. So thank you very much for that. Go to my website if you haven't done so yet, getyourmeds.com. You can pre-order the graphic novel, 140 pages today. Do that. Next week on Wednesday, issue number 5 of The Adventures of Wonder Duck hits stores. So make sure you go to your comic book shop and let them know, hey, I need Wonder Duck. There have been reorders of the prior issues. So big shout out to all the comic book shops. Yeah, all the comic book shops. Thank you. All the comic book shops that have actually ordered the book and decided, yo, what happened? I missed this. They've reordered. So big shout out to them. And yeah, man, I'll be out with you next in a couple of weeks.
In a couple of weeks, the week after next.
Hanging out.
Yo.
And I'm here for the karaoke, says Lori. And Lou says, did anyone do a Fabio cover? I don't know, Lou.
Yes, I know someone did.
There are rumors.
Someone did.
There are rumors about that.
Yes.
But enough waiting. Why don't we bring our guest in?
Yeah, he's chillaxing in the green room. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, we have none other than Nemesis Enforcer. No, it's not Nemesis. Nem, what's up, buddy?
Man, with that intro, I feel like I gotta be like spinning around a pole or something. Man. I don't know what's going on. What is up with these two crazy mofos right here? What's going on? I just told Mrs. Nim back there I'm getting her CosmicWars for Valentine's Day. Can't wait till I get off this show, man. I'm in trouble now. She's ready. She's like, I have never been in more in love with you. I was like, I know.
There you go.
Oh, man. Speaking of which, I got to show you this before you even said anything. I had this ready to go. Look what I got in the mail today. So
nice. Oh,
I got this. I got my stickers, man. Some of these are already earmarked to go on my gaming PC. That looks cool as hell. Nice. So, man, I'm looking forward to reading this. It looks good.
That's awesome.
And I didn't get a chance to show these off on the air, but
one.
Yeah, I got my Wonder Duck and Shameless Plug too.
Oh,
so, look at that,
man! Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Shout out to you guys. You guys are always doing great work. Love the show. Unfortunately, I'm old. I fall asleep sometimes before the show airs. But, it is what it is.
Hear you, dog. I hear you. So, how's the weather in Cali, bro? Because we've been getting hit with some cold weather over here.
Can you believe it's hot, man? I just want some spring. I mean, it's nice because at night it's like hot enough that the orange blossoms are out. So at night it's like cooled down and the orange blossoms smell. But yeah, everyone's been making fun of me online because I've been cold at like 50 degrees. I'm like, it's cold, man. They're like, you suck. It's 0 degrees here. I was like, yeah, but you don't understand. It's like 92 during the day. So 50 is cold, man. So
that weather out there. Where are you? Are you in San Diego? Man?
I'm in Southern California. I'm in if you go directly east from LA, I'm about 50 miles east of LA. So it's Riverside. Basically, we're right on the edge of it. We're like right by the mountains are here. The desert is over here. The ocean's over here. So we're like right in the middle of everything. Nice. It's like you drive an hour, you could go to the desert, you go skiing. on the same day. You can go to the desert and go ride, dune buggy. You can go skiing, and then you can go surfing. So that's the
Wow.
cool part. So
Dude, that's amazing. I'm gonna be out there in May, but I'm gonna be up in northern, be out in Oakland
yeah, you should.
for the weekend. Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Good
guys were
stuff.
talking about Texas. That's one of the things I would like to do next year. I'm going to cons this year, and then next year I'd like to expand out of California and try and go to one con in Texas, and I want to either go to Rhode Island Comic Con or New York Comic Con. So
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna-
Rhode Island. I've heard Rhode Island's a pretty good con, and obviously, New York Comic Con is New York Comic Con, so
Yeah.
that should be cool. I'm actually going to head out to Chicago this year to go check out C2E2, so that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool.
I got to hit you guys up for ideas because this is the first time I've ever gone to cons as a exhibitor. I've gone as media before, but I've
Yeah.
never gone as an exhibitor. And so, like, I was going to go to WonderCon and I didn't get in. I'm kind of glad. So, like, first time at a con would have been WonderCon. I'm like, that's too
That's
big,
big.
you know?
That's big.
Man.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting my local one, which is Ontario, California, and then I'm doing Long Beach and then LA at the end of the year. So that'll be the third one I do.
Cool.
So it's like, hopefully I'll have some experience and know what's going on. I won't be like, running around naked trying to get people to buy my books or something. Yeah, I'll be a little,
man.
I'll be a little more cool. Yeah, people might be running around buying my books. So I don't do that. So Sam's over there like, what are we doing having this guy on? He's already out of control. So.
He's already out of control. Well, let me ask you this: so you're prepping for these for doing conventions. What product are you thinking of bringing with you? I know you obviously you're a writer. Do you have your pro stuff, your like what's kind of like what you're putting together?
Well, I'm gonna bring, I want to bring everything, but I want to really concentrate and put Space Monkeys forward first. Obviously I've got my OPSEC series that I want out there for people to see. I'm kind of bringing Phoenix Throne. The last time I was on your show, I was promoting Phoenix Throne, and to be honest with you, that one kind of flopped. It was like, Kickstarter wise. And that's where the Space Monkeys idea came from, though, was that more serious sci-fi comic. So I'm going to bring that along just so people, if they pick it up, they look at it and they want to pick it up. Hey, cool. So, eventually I'll get back to that, but it's going to be mostly Space Monkeys and the pros. And I'm working on that. And then eventually I'm going to be doing more pro stuff as well. So, and we got all sorts of stuff to go along with Space Monkeys merch wise. And my artist is already drawing issue 2. So I'd already had him started on that before we even kicked off this campaign. So we might have issue 2 done by the first con that we go to.
So talk to us a little bit about that first campaign, because everybody talks about, oh man, I'm having I'm being successful on Kickstarter and I'm making this, and listen, your campaign is actually doing really well this time around. Talk a little bit about like how you took like you said, it flopped. So what did you learn from that, and like what sparked the idea for Space Monkeys?
Well, one of the things is trying to how do I put this? You guys will understand, but I'm trying to figure out a way to put it. It's like you don't want to pander to the people, but you have to know kind of like where people are at and the kind of stuff they want to read, and stuff like that. And so Phoenix Throne is a really deep dive, and it's hardcore science fiction. There's this whole expansive world. It's almost like, looking back on it now, I'm thinking if you really want to get into this book, you almost have to like read all the background and know everything. It's like, people are not, there are people out there who are really into science fiction, but it's not a huge crowd, like some stuff. And then the other one was, I enjoy writing that, but really I think Space Monkeys, for whatever reason, for the very moment people saw it on the back cover of Phoenix Throne, people fell in love with the characters. And then they started reading the script or seeing the pages that are done. And, everybody who knows me knows that pretty much who I am, the way I am in my real life, is what is on the page there, which is I'm a smart ass. It's like, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a complete smart ass who likes to joke about stuff and everything. I love like Mel Brooks and parodies and stuff like that. All of that, Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob, all of that is in this comic, all mashed up into one thing. So it's like, congratulations, you get to peek into my crazy head, and people enjoyed that, you know. And then I think the third thing is, I finally went out there. You know, I was doing some podcasting before, but I do my Nim and the AM show now,
Yeah.
and I just let it rip. You know, I just being myself and doing the stuff that I like, and people have found that show and they kind of responded to it. So it's like, I guess I kind of learned to not be afraid to be me. You know, so and I think a lot of people have responded to that. So, but yeah, the biggest one is listen to your wife. My wife told me when I published Phoenix Throne, she's like, you need to do a Space Monkeys comic. I was like, who the hell is going to buy a Space Monkeys comic? You know? So,
well, the title, man, the title is great. It's you know, Space Monkeys. Like, wait, it makes you ask questions. What the hell's a space monkey? So, with that being, what is a space monkey then? What is Space Monkeys about?
all right, we got to go all the way back to Phoenix Throne real quick.
All right,
so.
cool.
When I was putting the book together, you guys were talking about formatting before. I'm formatting the book, and I'm looking at the back cover of the book, and it's blank. I'm like, well, I could either leave it blank to get a blank back cover, or I can let the printer put an ad on it, which I really didn't want to do, or I need to come up with something for the back cover. Then I was like, well, I remember, you know, back in the days when, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rexes roamed the earth, that you know, you had the ads on the back cover of comic books all the time, you know, and remember the Sea Monkeys ads?
The Sea
You know?
Monkeys.
Yes, in the back of the comics, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, this is a science fiction thing. I was like, well, they on their books and stuff like that, they might have space monkeys. That's their thing, you know. So I wrote a whole ad campaign, and I contacted Mateo, who is the artist on Space Monkeys, but he's also the artist on OPSEC. I said, hey, man, can you take these crazy ad campaign I wrote up and do something with it, you know, and we'll create a fake ad. And yeah, so he took it and ran. I didn't give him any input on art design or anything, and he designed the first Space Monkeys for that ad. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me. I said, this is perfect. I even put a little mail-in thing in there and just said at the very bottom with small letters, I go, this is fake. Don't send me any money. But you could like cut it out to buy your Space Monkeys and stuff like that. And, you know, like the whole, like there's like advertising type jargon in there. It's like, hey, parents, do you want to see your kids collect Space Monkeys? You destroy your neighbor kid's Space Monkey army and stuff, you know, all these things. And so, you know, I did that and people saw it, and that's how Space Monkeys got started. So then people were like, well, we want a Space Monkeys. We want more Space Monkeys. And my wife was telling me, you got to write a book. I'm like, I don't even know what that would look like. So then I sat down to write the script, and I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do? And I think that day I had been watching Mallrats, you know, by Kevin Smith. And I was just like, well, I'm just going to go crazy here and see what I could do. And I start writing this thing, and I have this idea. I'm like, suddenly I see Kroll in my head, and I see Total Recall, you know, the Schwarzenegger one, and I see Star Wars and Star Trek, and I see all these things, and I'm like, yeah, then they could do that, and then they could do that, and then it just started flowing from there, and it was like just jokes. And I know there's a joke from Blazing Saddles in there. There's, you know, stuff that I lifted from Mel Brooks that I reused, and yeah, so it just started going from there. And it was like, and then I was like, this is really crazy. I mean, like, people are going to think I'm certifiable. And I gave it to someone to read, and they're like, this is great, you know. So I'm like, okay, well, let's do it then. So and then it keeps evolving. You know, we're going to do a 6-issue arc for the first arc and see where it goes from there. But I recently got diagnosed with something, so now the overall title of the 6-issue arc is The Quest for Carl and Sally, which are the names of the 2 tumors that I gave my 2 tumors. So
wow, dude,
the whole thing, the whole adventure takes place inside my body. Always was. It's like it's inner space, and now the big bads are going to be Carl and Sally, you know, at the end. So.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. Listen, I hope you're okay, though. I hope, like, you know, that everything works.
We're gonna get it taken care of, you know. Good. So you know, but yeah, it's one of those things. It for a couple days, it knocked me for a loop. You know, you're kind of like, whoa, you know, but.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, you were supposed to be on a few months back. I think maybe sometime and you weren't able to do it. So I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad you're okay, dude. I'm glad you're finding levity, and it's actually you've created something from you know, what's been going on. So that's what we do, right? As creatives, you know.
I have to tell you, all in all, I feel lucky. They found all of this by accident. They found it really early.
Wow.
And believe it or not, whether you believe in a higher power or not, I'll leave that up to all of you. But they found something strange by accident when I wasn't feeling well before.
Yeah.
And they sent me for another scan of all days. 8 o'clock on Christmas Eve is when they found the cancer. So,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So that was my Christmas present. So,
jeez, dude. Well, listen, man, you're here, and you're killing it with this thing, man. I was just looking at the last campaign. To go from where you were in that last campaign to where you are now, it goes to show how, like, just sometimes you just gotta pivot, you know, rework what you got to do, and then and keep moving. So
I'm kind of floored right now. I'm happy. I wanted to keep it going. Now I got to keep that momentum going, obviously, and keep going through. But I think, I don't know. I think last time I maybe sold 10 comic books total, over the whole run. Between retail and the backers that we have so far, we've already sold 140 issues of Space.
Good for you, dude. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing.
So
that is amazing, man.
Yeah.
So for those watching, I'm sorry, now for those watching, we're talking to Nem. He's got a book called Space Monkeys, #1 on Kickstarter. Right now, you have 26 days to go. You're at $1,500, $1,541 to be exact. 13 backers. So for those who are watching, there is a link in the chat. You want to check out the book Space Monkeys by Nem. Give it a chance. Hit that back this project button and check it out, dude. Now you said you're working on the second one. This one is obviously already done. As far as fulfillment, when will people be able to get their hands on the books once the campaign ends?
The art is already completely done. There are, so the line art is already done. I'm actually doing the coloring and the lettering on this book. So,
wow, cool.
So yeah, so I've got it mostly colored and lettered already. I've got, I don't know, probably another week or week and a half work. So before the campaign is done, the book will be finished. It's just a matter of, getting them printed and getting them back. So, I think I put May as fulfillment, but I would not be surprised if they go out earlier than that. It's just
smart.
I'm always worried about, saying it's going to come in at a certain time and then being late. I'd rather be early than late. So, for everybody.
I hear you.
Yeah. And then, like I said, book 2 is already being worked on with Mateo, and we got lots of other stuff that we're doing. So, it took a while to get to the campaign, but I wanted to make sure that we had everything lined up for it to launch successfully and right. I was kind of ready to go. I was mostly ready to go in November, but I was like, it just didn't seem like the right time. Christmas is right around the corner and everything. Yeah. So I was like, I'll wait till February. So, which was a hard call to make, but it was what it was.
Yeah, it was a good idea. The campaign ends on March 2nd for those watching. So on March 2nd, that would be the last day of the campaign. But you have 26 days, dude. You are rocking it, man. You're rocking it. Now, talk a little bit about the podcast that you have. You mentioned, podcast Nem in the AM, right? So tell us a little bit about what that podcast is and how can people check it out.
Yeah, so Nem in the AM is Pilled exclusive. So we're on a platform called Pilled, and I'm on the Madness Entertainment Group on their channel. And I've been wanting to do something with Madness Entertainment Group for a while, and it's like what I really wanted to do is do like a radio style show where I talk about the stuff I want to talk about. Well, luckily on Pilled, I could do that. It's not like YouTube. So I'm over there, and we usually start off with some weird news, not like hard news, but I'm like, hey, like I try and keep it clean. Like I saw this story yesterday that I'm going to feature on Friday where some French dude found a 100-year-old piece of ammunition from World War I in his wall. And then 6 hours later was in a hospital room because he stuck it somewhere. So, I'm like, what is up with that? So, of course we'll be like, what is going on over there? And then I'll play like some comedy bits, or I'll play music, like music videos and stuff like that. Just whatever's going through my head. Sometimes we have people on to just hang out and promote their stuff, so it's not like an interview show, but if you want to come on, hang out, be part of my crazy brain for an hour and a half. And, and then in between music or weird news stories like that, we'll try and not get you that particular news story. We'll talk about your book or whatever else you want to talk about and do that kind of stuff. So it's kind of early in the morning for me. So we start at 7 in the morning and we go for about an hour and a half. So hour and a half. But yeah, so it's NIM in the AM over on Pilled, and it's a ton of fun, man. I love doing that show. So
that's awesome, dude. Have you found that some of the people who maybe watch that kind of found their way over to your Kickstarter, and that's helped kind of like boost it?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's like, and it just gets more exposure, more word of mouth, people talking about it, and it just grows. It builds on itself, I think that's one of the things. I think I was watching a Catch the Craze one time, and you guys were talking about Kickstarters, and you were like, yeah, part of what you're selling. I think one of the first Kickstarters, I was really trying to sell my book. It's like, yeah, that's important, but you're also selling yourself.
That's it.
So I don't think I really got that, so a large part of it is selling yourself, and you got to really commit. That's hard. It's harder than you think to sell yourself, because my natural tendency is to, believe it or not, people are not going to believe this. My natural tendency is to want to be quiet, kind of just chill out. And selling yourself is you got to put yourself out there and be vulnerable, so
I think that part of this is why the reason why we do the show. And I think for a while, like Sam and I behind the scenes, we would talk about, because we used to have we always had obviously interviews like this, but I feel like when we talk about the artist or about the person who we are talking to, and when we kind of get to know you before we even talk about your book, that's when I feel like we get the most engagement. The minute you start selling something to the audience, that's when we lose them. And you'll see the numbers start dropping. Like, oh, this guy's selling, so I got to go. Like they hide away from that kind of stuff. Because they feel a pressure to kind of like, oh my God, now I gotta pay. And it's like, no, let's get to know the person who we're talking to.
Yeah.
And if you want to support, then support. Because I think people support people before they support projects when they don't know what the hell the project is, right? Like, they don't know what it is. But they'll support you because they're enjoying what you're saying, or they're laughing, and we're having a good time, and all of a sudden the wallets open up. So yeah, no, it does work. I think you're right. I think you hit it right on the head. Like, people support people, and that's what it is. And so I'm very happy, man, because I've known you for a while now. You are a talented writer. So like, it's not even like you're just, hey man, I'm just gonna sell you something just to buy. No, it's gonna be a good book, and I know it's gonna be a good book. I've read OPSEC. I love OPSEC. Like, it's the stuff that you've done already is incredible. So kudos to you, man. I'm glad you're having fun with it, because this sounds like a fun freaking book, Space Monkeys. You know?
And the thing is, hopefully people will like Space Monkeys, and that'll lead them back to some of the other stuff I've done, and I just gotta be. I think the biggest thing for me, I think on your last show, I asked this question or to somebody. It's like, I've got, stuff from horror that's really scary to this stuff, which is just me, like, the kind of stuff I used to do with my brother, or still do, where we watch a movie and we just bag on it the whole time, So, it's like, I mean, that's like, I wish I could tape some of those things where it's like me, my dad, and my brother, and my uncle, just like all of us, my cousins, we're all just watching like some horrible science fiction movie, and we're just ragging on the movie the whole time, So it's like.
Now, let me ask you something. Then, sci-fi writing, right? Do you find it harder to write sci-fi today because of how, because of the state of the world? Like, I feel like sci-fi used to be science fiction. Now I feel like everything that's in a science fiction movie can actually really happen. Do you find that it's harder to write sci-fi now, and that's why people kind of pull back from it?
Actually, I don't. I look at everything that's happened, and it's like, I'll tell you, the hard part is looking at some of this stuff and going and figuring out how far out to go, because a lot of it, like, one of my favorite video games is Cyberpunk, and I used to role play that, and I'm like, you can't write cyberpunk science fiction, because that's probably going to be reality in like 20 years.
That's what I mean, right? It's not science fiction. It's like, you're right.
Yeah. But like Phoenix Throne, as an example, was all of that stuff, like a lot of Phoenix Throne is heavily based on Gattaca, that movie. I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever saw that
Yeah.
movie,
Uh-huh.
but you took Gattaca, and I was like, okay, now add 500 years. So I had to go way out there, you know, which is it's not the hard part, but it takes a lot of thinking where you have to
Yeah.
think about it and be like, okay, 500 years, what could happen in 500 years, you know? So, you know, and you do that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's fun. But then, you know, at the same time, you've got other types of science fiction. You got like this one, which is a crossover, like comedy, but it's taking all the stuff that's already been done. You got original stories like Sam's that are coming out. You got fantasy, you know, Sam just did The Forbidden, which is fantasy. That's science fiction, technically, you know. I mean, some people say that's its own genre, but you know, technically, I guess it's science fiction. So it's all out there, you know. So I think it's just a matter of being consistent. I mean, I don't know about Sam's stuff. I haven't gotten a chance to read Forbidden yet or Cosmic Wars, but like was very lucky. I got to go to a couple seminars by Orson Scott Card back in the day, and on writing. And like one of the best ones I ever got was he was talking about magic systems, but it works for science fiction with like technology and stuff. Is like figuring all of that out before you write, so that everything is consistent in your world. You know, so however it works. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a lot of fun to do. So
Yeah. No, man, that's cool, man. And so Space Monkeys 6-issue arc. Do you have plans for more after that?
I want to do more, but we're going to start with 6, you know, and then obviously I'm going to put all 6 into a trade, and then that makes it easier to, you know, hopefully get, you know, wherever Space Monkeys ends up. But there's a couple ideas of where I want it to end up, you know, as far as publishing, and then getting it in maybe wider distribution. I don't know if that's possible. You know, right now we've got individual stores that have bought some Space Monkeys, but you know, I would love it if someone picked it up for wider distribution. But I was kind of talking to Lori Calcaterra about this before, and if they don't, I don't mind that either. I don't mind being indie. I really have enjoyed it. I don't know about you guys, but this campaign has seen me learn so many new skills and pick up so many new things that I would never have thought I could do before I decided to start doing independent comics. You know, it's like I picked up 3D sculpting and animation for this one. I did this all by myself.
Wow, dude.
That's dope.
Holy cow, that's dope, man.
Yeah, so that's 3D sculpted from a 2D image. And then I figured out 3D printing, and yeah, so did all that. You know, the video, you know, I've been doing videos for a while, but the animation on the video, I did that, you know, that's on the campaign. You know, so I figured that out. I've never colored a comic book before. I've used to paint miniatures and stuff like that. So I kind of took my experience with that and brought it forward and started doing digital color. And there was trial and error at the beginning, and I'm still learning all the time. But, you know, it was like, oh, you know, I want to try this out. And the same thing with lettering. You know, it's like, you know, I watched a lot of stuff and I've read enough comic books, you know, Lord knows. So, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this too. And I even drew a cover for this one. So,
wow. Damn, man. Yeah. All right. I love it, man.
So,
I love it.
You know, I don't know that I'll ever get to a point where I'm really comfortable doing, you know, sequential art. You know, maybe I will. Who knows? But, you know, as it is right now, doing all this stuff, it's a ton of fun. And it's the kind of thing I can honestly say, if I wasn't independent, I wouldn't be doing. So, you know, I love that. So
it's amazing, dude. Yeah, no, I'm loving the campaign, dude. You have some really cool covers. I see you have t-shirts. You already unlocked the first stretch goal, which is a video of your cat killing space monkey cat toys, which sounds like it's gonna be a blast. And yeah, dude, you're rocking, man. You're rocking.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, and I can't wait for Cosmic Wars to launch. I love the crossover thing that Sam did, and I haven't announced it yet. I was waiting for this, but everybody who does, so Sam is doing the 10 backers for his print. Everybody who backs our campaign. So we've already got 10 physical backers. So everybody that backs our campaign and Sam's campaign, if we reach that level, they're gonna get one of these prints. That's the cover that Lou Pons did. So
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, Lou. Incredible, man.
So you'll get one of these.
Sweet.
That is nice. That is nice. Lou strikes again. Lou
Yeah.
strikes
man.
again. She's great, man. She's great. That looks really nice, dude. Yeah, man. You guys are killing it. Sam, you launch next week. You're ready. So yours ends March 2nd. Sam, when is your campaign end?
That's
maybe a
mine.
week after or 2 weeks after
Mine is February 12th and it's 31 days.
Oh, 31 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nam, you are killing it, my brother. I'm so happy that you've been able to, get it out like this. And the fact that you've learned so much from the campaign, dude, it's insane. I can't wait to see, what you do at the shows when you start,
Thanks, man.
being behind that table. So that is excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, I just, all I can say is I hope that more people get into this too, man, because the indie community, all you guys, getting this information and the support and everything has been fantastic. And, just being surrounded by all these great people, like Lou is amazing. She thought she was doing a variant cover before, and then I got that piece of art, and I'm like, well, the hell,
the main cover.
I was like, that's the main cover. I was like,
that's the main cover now.
Lou was like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's not a variant cover. That's the main cover. He was like, I'm sorry,
Oh my God, dude. You know what I did want to ask you, Nam, is speaking of the artwork, how did you link up with Mateo, like your artist for the book?
Mateo, we originally worked together, or we still work together on OPSEC. So he's the artist on OPSEC. So back in the day when I wrote the first script for OPSEC, and then the people over at OPSEC were looking for an artist, they asked me, okay, what do you want? And I was like, I want somebody who could draw Mike Mignola style, And so they found Mateo. So so Mateo and I have gotten to be really close and working on this. And we may, like, I don't have enough stuff to do. I have another comic I want to do. I just don't know if I want to launch another comic on top of this, but I've got a comic called El Lario La Sombra de la Muerte.
Oh,
so
nice.
And it's going to be Spanish language, and Mateo's down in Argentina, so I want to do that. So and it takes place, it's kind of a combination of horror and comedy. So it takes place where I live, and he dies and comes back to life from the Saint of Death. Santa Muerte brings him back to life, and then she's sending him out to get people. And like the first arc, the first issue, actually, I written the script. He fights a crack demon, so he's fighting against the Hell's Angels out in the desert. So it's
awesome.
the kind of stuff where out by where I live, out in the desert. Where if you go too far out in the desert, you see all the weird stuff out there, man. It's crazy out there. So
that's awesome, dude. Listen, if you are able to get up to Oakland in May, bro, you should come up and check out the show. It'll be nice to see you, man.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be nice. But Nem, thank you so much for coming on. Anytime you want to come back, you can come back and talk about whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on. But this has been fun, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. And hey, Sam, good luck on your next campaign. And I don't know, George, where do you have something launching? Do you have something launching soon?
No. So I'll have the remainder of the shameless plug stuff coming out in August. So that's going to be my next thing. But I won't be launching it on Kickstarter. It'll be on my website. So
I'm looking forward to Cosmic Wars, and I'll be there backing. So
awesome.
Good luck with that. And I will talk to you guys soon.
You got it. So you got another backer. So congrats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You guys
it.
have a great one.
You too, man.
Bye, guys.
Later.
All right. So like we said, Nem showed you the print that's available when you back both campaigns from his campaign, and you get this crossover print of Gorf and Space Monkeys. When 10 of you back both campaigns, everybody gets it on Cosmic Wars campaign. So, but yeah, man, right before we go to get your meds, I think you want to do a cover reveal.
Yeah, let's do it, man. What we got? We got a cover reveal.
We got a cover reveal coming up. Let's see. Do I have any kind of music? Some kind of excitement? Let's see.
Music.
Indie news. We'll do that. There we go. Presenting the fantabulous, most fantastic, quintessential, amazing, stupendous art by none other than coupons. Check it out. Check it out.
There it is. Look at this.
There is a variant cover by none other than
Wow.
Lupins. It's an homage to, what is it, George?
That looks amazing. I remember I was telling you, it was like Frazetta.
Frazetta, yes.
It's like Frazetta.
Yes.
Frazetta, you freaking painted Gorf, and here it is. Dude. Wow, that looks incredible.
Yes. So this is going to be available on the campaign. You don't want to get this one. It's dope, and it's only be a limited run. But I mean, look at Gorf's silky hair, bro.
Yo, Lori said music. You went with that. She's very disappointed, dog. Very disappointed. Oh my God. Look at that, Lupus.
George, you got hair?
That is like that. That is amazing, dude.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that looks great. That looks freaking great. I wish, I would have loved to see like the process, because she is so meticulous with this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane. It is.
No, I mean, she takes, it's a labor of love with her. And when we've done the live streams,
yeah,
I mean, she puts so much time and effort in it. So it takes a lot longer because it's like she's using watercolors. I mean, when you look at it, or like oils, right? The
she's
way
painting,
it comes
bro.
out. Yeah.
She's a digital painter. Yeah. Yeah. It looks great, man. It looks great. You guys miss me? Oh, Texoma is coming. Yes, Lori, Texoma is coming. No, that looks great, man. That looks great. So now that's going to be available on the campaign as an alternate cover. I know you have one more coming up, and that's coming up soon. So we'll do that reveal.
Yes. So stay tuned next week for the next cover reveal. It's going to be dope. And I'm excited about that as well.
Yeah.
That's a threat. Yeah, man.
He's out here threatening us, bro. What's going on, Lori?
I don't know, bro. You know how these Texans are.
These Texans.
Watch too many UFC fights.
Oh my God. Yeah,
no, we have a hot topic tonight. We got a hot topic tonight, don't we?
Yes, we do. Let's do it. I was actually talking to Miss Lori about this, but go ahead.
It's time for your medicine.
What is the topic of the day, George?
The topic of today is premium covers, metal covers, glow-in-the-dark covers, the wooden covers, the foil covers. Are they worth it? Are they worth it, Sam? Are all of these premium covers that we, love and want to do, are they worth it? What do you think?
No, por favor.
Sketch covers, another premium covers.
Right. So no, I think it's they work for people who have a strong fan base that has in the hundreds, right? They don't work for Samuel Vera, right? All it is money out my pocket. I'll take an L if I spend money on those things because it's extra cost to print them, right? And you only get a couple of people that actually want it, right, from the campaign. So I think it's good for people who have that audience that they want everything that you created. I said, but for a small guy, nah, I'll pass. I'll stick to. I mean, this is the first time CosmicWars is the first time I'm doing variant covers with guest artists, right? Normally, I just do them all myself. So that's me taking a leap, right, into another sandbox, right? And so, but those other things, for me, my personal opinion, leave it for the guys who have, hundreds of people that follow them and they want all that stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. I was actually chatting with Lori earlier today, and even I spoke to Michael for a little bit. And yeah, man, I think when Lori and I were talking about it, for her, for example, so Lori's got a book called The Path of the Pale Rider, and she's got a very devout fan base.
Yes.
They love the stuff that she puts out. So she knows that if she puts out a wooden cover, for example, she's going to move that stuff. Yeah. It's going to happen, right? For somebody like myself, if I try to do a wooden cover or metal, those metal covers are expensive, bro. You're dropping about $25, you know what I'm saying, per like a metal cover or whatever. At that point, what do you got to sell it for? At least $40? You know what I'm saying? And then if you're shipping it, whatever it is you got to do. I think for me, if I was to do something like as far as like one of those premium covers, it's easier for me to sell that at a show than it would be to sell it online.
Yes.
For me, it wouldn't work on a Kickstarter. It may work at the show, because at the show I can sell it to you. Yes. You can touch it. You can be like, oh, well, this is kind of cool. What is it? And we go into conversation, and you may walk away with that cover at $40 or whatever it is, right?
Yes.
But even then, think about that person who comes to your table and you're having a great conversation and you're doing this, and then you drop the price point on that thing. And there's a ton of things on the floor that they want to buy. You're a great guy, but are they really going to want to spend the $40 on you? Or are they going to say, you know what, how much is that one? The regular one, $5, $7? I'll take that because I'll support you for that. But this one right here is $40, bro. That's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Wasn't said I've sold a few foil covers, but I'm figuring the print run is an investment for conventions. I think at conventions I could probably move that stuff better than
I can tell you right now. They say like we're talking about investment and other things. These foil trading cards, they fly off the shelves at conventions, right? It's a harder sell on Kickstarter because not everybody, they just want the comic, right? The puzzles, they're gonna fly off the table at the Kickstarter, right? My box set for There's Nail in My Toilet, I sell them at the conventions, right? And it's the mystery box, right? And it's $100 and it has, all the covers and all whatever. Yeah. And they fly off of it. It's harder on a Kickstarter than it is for me. So I'd rather make the investment for the shows because I know I'm going to convert it. I'm going to sell it. Where I'm not going to make the investment on Kickstarter because when I make those investments, I take a loss.
Yeah.
So, so I'm not willing to take that loss.
Yeah. I think, and that's what it is with these premium covers. I don't know if there's a minimum to print out these metal covers and or I don't know if there's a minimum. I have posted, but pretty much just fill the tabletop. I'm hoping that people buy the statues at conventions when they see them on the table. Yeah, those look dope, bro. That's funny because my Kickstarter people are the ones that get those, and people prefer regular trade dress of my icons. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the difference, right?
Right. Yeah.
So for Lori, people buy the regular books, and they kind of shy away from the other stuff. And I've seen it like on her Kickstarters. They move. She's got a little Funko Pop gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these are high ticket items that people buy from her, but it works for her.
Yeah.
Because she's got a devout fan base. For me, like I said, it doesn't work for me. No. And that's the thing, right? We think it should. I saw somebody they have a glow in the dark cover. Fucking awesome idea. I could never pull that off, bro. And I wouldn't even want to try.
No,
because I don't know that I have the fan base to sell that. I have to see how it does at a show or something. You know what I'm saying?
But to Michael's point, sketch covers, right? They sell at conventions. I sell sketches a lot at the conventions. And some people just want the blanks because they want to draw on them. So I remember one guy came up to me, I forgot what show it was, but he wanted every title that had a sketch cover involved with it. Right. And I had 5 of them. So I gave him, I sold them all 5. So I think it all depends. I know that for me, Kickstarter, it's the comic book, stickers, bookmarks, that kind of stuff. For conventions, it's the buttons, it's the pins, it's all the extra stuff. I can sell that at a convention.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the same. It's the same, and not for that. I mean, I think at a table at a con, if you're at the right convention, you could probably just sell anything that's on your table, right? But because you don't have the ability for people to kind of like grab the thing and see what it is and talk to you, it's harder to sell it online. It's harder to sell it online. I think that's where building a strong fan base comes in, and shout out to people like Lori and even William Russell, right? He does really good, both at conventions and on Kickstarter. So those are strong fan bases. It's so opposite for me. All my merch sells on Kickstarter, and hardly anyone buys merch from me at cons outside of, that's strange to me because Lori has a great personality, and she's like, you know what I mean? Like that surprises me.
Well, if she stops kicking people every time they come to the table,
she's okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
every time she comes,
she's always cracking her knuckles. It's like It's like they're grabbing the kids. Walk away. Walk away.
That one time.
One time.
One time.
I'm just saying. You know,
He's like an elephant. He doesn't forget.
no, man.
doesn't.
But it's no, but it's crazy, right? Because I haven't been able to crack the formula for crowdfunding. And number one, I don't put in the same amount of energy that Lori does, right? She's all over the place, right? And she's constant. I mean, there was one time I thought I was like, I got it, and she took it to a whole another level. Right? Right. So she's everywhere, right? She's on everybody's show. She's got 15 shows of her own. She has a cooking show, a baking show, a karate show, right? So she's a promotional machine, and so she reaps the rewards of that investment, that sweat equity. And for me, my hustle's at the shows. So it's very different. Her social media game is tight.
Yeah. Now, and listen, I think, and because you ever see the ring, and I think that, and I'm going to give Lori her props, because we're talking about it as if it's just because of the gimmick, right? And it's not. The book is a really good book, and I think that a gimmick can sell you, just like great artwork. A gimmick can sell you the first issue, but a good story will keep them coming back. And I think that we always talk about, do people even read these books online anymore? Like, do they even read the books? And it seems like people are reading The Path, because Path of the Pale Rider is a good book. And if you read it, you are going to come back for the rest of the stuff. But I think she does a good job at selling it that way. But I also think that, when you put the amount of work that she puts into it, the videos and this and that, I think people,
not only that, the engagement and the puzzles and the trivia.
They feel like they're a part of a world, right? And so they want to keep coming. Give me more of that. I want to know more about the world. And that takes time. And to your point, it does take a lot of time and a lot of effort that goes into it. I think for me, when I'm doing my campaigns, I believe in strength in numbers. So if I can get an artist, because I don't draw at this point, if I can get an artist to do an alternate cover for me, the mindset is you bring their fan base into your book. Huge shout out to Chris Madd, who did an alternate cover for the Shameless Plug. That book sold like crazy. And it was a cool looking freaking book. Kudos to you for, Lupin's hooking you up with that dope freaking cover. I'm convinced that thing's going to sell like crazy. And so I think that we need to do what works for us. I think that's the point here.
Yeah.
May not work for you. These premium covers don't work for me. They work for Lori. But you got to try it to see if it works for you. You won't know.
You got to figure out what. Yeah.
Do,
I mean, and that's how I know. Like, there are things that I invested in for conventions that didn't work at all. So I wind up giving them away.
Right.
After like 5 conventions, and I couldn't push any of it, a specific category or something that was out of the norm. I just started using that as an incentive to, when you made a purchase, you got it for free, right? So, so you're gonna win some, lose some. Not everything's gonna make sense, know.
Yeah, and you do,
but you won't know unless you try.
You have to. Yeah, we love you too, Lori. I think you have to. You have to try, and we can tell you guys, we do this and we do that, and that you may go try that and it doesn't work. Like, what the hell are these guys talking about? That stuff does not work for me. Just like I said, just like these premium covers. Look, I think we have actually the glow in the dark. We have a person who's coming on the show, DM Ray, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. He's got a book called The Madcaps. He just posted that he's got this glow in the dark cover for his Kickstarter campaign. Looks freaking dope. When I was younger, and you remember that Mark Teixeira cover for the Ghost Rider, the one that glue in the dark, it was just the skull itself. I got like 3 of those covers. I love that cover, right? I won't even try to print something like that out, because I don't think that would sell if I did a campaign for that. Even at a show, because how much do I have to pay to print that? So kudos to you guys who take that chance. I'm a chicken. I won't.
I mean, even like now, there's a piece that I did for Cosmic Wars that I won't show until we launch the campaign. I've been contemplating, do I do that as a hollow foil print? Right? Because the way it'll look, right? So I was going back and forth. Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Will they want it? Will they want it? I mean, it's a bad piece, bro. And so for me, it was like, but this is where I contemplate, right? Because I was like, because for every investment I make, I gotta raise the minimum goal of the campaign, and I don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? So I try to keep it where it secures the investment, right? So that's where I am. It's like, do I want to go that route? I've never done it. I want to try it, but it's all a gamble.
Yeah, Nam says, I'd love to figure out how to cardstock cover you could take off the book, wow, with a paper cover underneath, and you can fold it into a standee. That would be insane. Damn, you crazy bastard. I'm in. That would be freaking insane. But that, those are the things. When we did Catch the Crazies a few years back, we did colorful covers, and we had to print a few of those. You know what I mean? Like, so if one person, especially like with, for example, I use Comics Wellsprings for my books, right? If one person, chooses to buy an alternate cover, I got to print out 25 for that one person that bought it. If nobody else bought it, because there's a minimum that you have to print. So now you got to invest in 25 books when you're really only selling one. You know what I mean? So that's where you and that's what you're talking about, right? Now you have to think about it. Do I want to invest in this? Do I want to?
And that's the reality. So it's like, when I was like, all right, I'm doing 4 covers for Cosmic Wars. I'm debating whether or not to do the sketch cover, right? And which would be 5 if I decided to go that route. But then I was like, all right, so if I got 25 backers, right, or whatever it is, I got to do a minimum of 20. The goal for that campaign has to cover the cost of the minimum print run, right? So if the minimum is 25 per cover, plus the other stuff, right? So it's like, that's what you got to, plus you got to incorporate the shipping and all that other stuff and taxes and all that stuff. So that'll be what the minimum goal is going to be, just to cover operational costs. It doesn't cover anything else, right? It doesn't cover the expense building it and creating it, or the cost that you paid other people, right? It just covers production costs. Yeah. So anytime you make that, you want to do something new, you got to recoup it somehow. Yeah. And even though it's 31 days in the campaign, 31 days can be a painful 31 days, right? It could be a great 31 days. It could be a painful 31 days. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. And we're, obviously we're in an industry that, you don't know how many books you're going to be able to sell. Are people actually reading floppies or single issues or whatever? Like where are we with that? Like, what are we doing? So it's, when you try to invest in all that other stuff, I was talking with Lori, and we're talking about like just the cost of an artist. Like for you don't have to pay an artist because you're drawing your own book, but that's time consuming in itself. Mm-hmm. You want to put out, if you want to put out 12 books a year, you can't. How? There's no time to draw 12 issues. If you want to do a monthly, you can't. There's no way. Even you, who is the artist on the book. So when we're paying for artists to do the same thing, there's no way we can afford to produce 12 books in that 1 year. And I think consistency is important. Again, and I know Lori's in the chat, so you keep using her as an example. Her consistency, I think, is what's also guarded her this fan base, because they know the next issue's coming out. Issue 8 is coming out next week, the 7th. Issue number 8. That's the 8th issue in the story. It's a 36 issue, run. Issue number 8. And we're talking about it. How long is it going to take her to do that? Because of how long so there's so much that goes into comics. People are like, oh, comics are easy to make. It's not that easy.
No, it isn't. I mean, like this year, the best you'll get from me is 3 campaigns this year. Issue number 8 of Disney in My Toilet, which is next after this campaign, right? So it's right after Cosmic Wars 0, I go into issue 8 of Duty, Right. So and that one's half illustrated, right? So it's like once I finish this, I go into the next one, right? And while I'm running everything else, so it's a lot of work, but I think several things, right? I think Nem said it earlier, right? Consistency. You have to keep at it, right? Because eventually you'll crack the nut, and you'll break the code, and more people will start going. Because I haven't been able to figure out as an artist, and I get a lot of reposts. So thank you everybody who's been reposting. I get a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, reposts, sharing. If I took the amount of people that actually reposted and shared and liked, and they actually signed up and backed the campaign, I'd never have to worry, right? So I get more of that. I get more of that activity on social media than I do actually people coming on to the Kickstarter and saying, "Let me go and do it." So I haven't figured that out yet either. So it's all a mystery, you know. I mean, and it's you know, but you have to be consistent. You have to, you know, and make sure you get it out on time, right? You know, like my priority is making sure I got, you know, this big old beautiful book out on time, right? And so you have to be, you know, get it on time. Hopefully they like it to say, you know what, I like it enough that I want to try Cosmic Wars. That looks fun, you know.
Yeah. And I think that you also have to try different things. Like you can't so into like that's all I'm doing. Like, you know, for us, obviously, like, you know, obviously the crowdfunding, right? Which isn't my favorite, but it's a means. You have to do it. Road trips and take George and make people an offer they can't refuse. So you know, you have to. I think you know the crowdfunding game. You got to try it. You got to do it, right? You got to do that. Even if you don't like it, you're not comfortable. You got to do it.
You got to do it.
For me, it's using everything we have available: the social media platforms, post, do all that fun stuff. You know, Lori obviously does her videos. Nem is doing, you know, animations, 3D printing. I think that distribution at any level, you know, just try it. Go out there and do it. Our websites, use our websites. If you have a website and you're paying for that thing, might as well help you make money. Big shout out to everybody who ordered my book on my website. That's stuff that I don't have to give Kickstarter now. That's all coming to me and the printer. You know what I'm saying? And then I can ship it out to you guys. But those are the things that we have to, you know, use. And I've always said this, man. You got to be, you know, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. A lot of the things that we have to do, we don't like to do. We don't want to do. It's a lot of work. It's a lot, but you got to do it. You know, now I'm learning how to freaking 3D print, bro. Like what the hell?
Yeah, I haven't jumped into the 3D mod because right now I want to do my own shirts. And so that's why I set up the studio, because my goal is to do my own shirts. Yeah. Because I did my shirts through Amazon and I got people selling those shirts all across the world, just bootlegging my stuff. And so I'd rather control it from my own home and sell it only on my website.
Yeah.
You know, because Amazon doesn't even let you put your trademark logo on your shirts. And I'm like, what? And that's like, why? So that people can steal it. So it's rigged system. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather just, you know, invest in the system at home and do it at home.
And what are you getting for that anyway? You know, you're getting cents. 38 cents for every $40 hoodie you sell. Like, that's crazy. I do my own shirts, Sam. If you have questions, hit me up. Yeah.
Definitely.
And that's the other thing, right? And Nam alluded to this also. I can send you all the places. This is what I love about we talked about this a few weeks ago about community, right? And how the community and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
This is a true community. Like what we're doing here. Hey, if you need something, let me know. If you need something, let me. That's what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Because t-shirts are t-shirts, bro. If Lori doesn't tell you how to do it, Google exists. You're gonna find a way to do it. You know what I mean? There's no. Yeah. So what are we doing? We're hiding information from each other.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling you off the air. I got these youngins, and it was actually the mom who hit me up and said, you know, my son's going to be doing a Kickstarter, and I was wondering if you can give some advice and blah blah. It's like, you know, I ain't the pro, but I know some things you need to do beforehand and during. I said I can share that with you, and I also I'm going to pull all that stuff together this weekend. I'm going to give some links to some podcasts that they should listen to that really focus just on crowdfunding. But it's you know. The information is out there. You're going to find it anyway. And since you asked me, you know, I want to help the next person. So absolutely, I'll help.
Yeah. What up, Ralph? Ralph is another supporter, another huge supporter of the indie world. You know what I mean? So like, I think, and Nem said it, I think Nem mentioned this earlier today. Like I got to hit you guys up. I'm about to do some shows. I have a couple of questions about the shows that he's going to do. Ask away, bro. No problem. Where to print stuff up, how to display books, whatever it is. I got a show coming up in May, right? My nephew will be with me for the first time. He's an artist. He's asking me, you know, Theo, what do I do? Like, what do I bring? Okay, this is what you got to bring. Because we've done it. You and I, we've been doing it for many, many years. We've done different things. We've been doing this for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, you said crowdfunding and I appeared. So yeah, man.
But that's the reason we created Cast the Craze. It was because we wanted to give back. And anytime, I mean, we're an open book. It's one of the reasons why, even like when I was doing the art vlogs, I was transparent about the pros and cons and what worked or didn't work. I didn't hide any of that stuff. I didn't glorify stuff. I was like, look, when I had a great event, I talked about it. When I had a messed up event, I talked about it. I talked about the costs and the realities of it.
Yeah.
You want people to make an informed decision, and I think when you don't tell the truth and you're not transparent, you can be hurting somebody because they could assume that that's the route, right? And that's the right way to go. I think, we have a responsibility to just be honest and share what you have.
Yeah. And back to the point we made earlier, like what works for us may not work for you. What didn't work for Sam in that video may actually work for you. And you may look at that video and be like, what is Sam talking about? This
you could have flipped it.
Perfect.
The script. Yeah,
exactly. But you got to try it though. And that's the thing. You have to try it. And you got to do what's best for you as a creator. But you got to do something. It doesn't matter what you do, but you have to do something.
Yeah.
You can't just wait around and hope something happens, but you're not doing anything about it. You got to do something, dude. Like, and that's the whole thing. Even like going back to the topic, right? With the covers, we've tried them. It didn't work for me. But it doesn't mean it won't work for you. It obviously works for Lori. It's worked for other people. Like stuff works.
It does work. No, I've seen it work.
It works. It works. I mean, when you talk about, hey,
not for Samuel Vera, but it works.
I'm gonna sell a metal cover for $100, and people are like, yeah, I'll take 2. You're like, wait, how did they do that? It worked for them. It didn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Same reason why we created a bit in Apple TV, so we can showcase all you wonderful, talented peoples and your amazing stuff. Sometimes you just have to flop Phoenix Throne style as well. Dude, that right there is the best glow up. Like you go from like what, 250 something, $300 then to almost $1,600 on the very next campaign.
Yep.
It's just like that. You just got to flip it. You just got to do what you got to do. But you got to do something.
You know
what I mean? That's the whole point.
Yeah. And I think that's the reality of it. And I mean, and just put it in perspective. You can have 4 people at the same convention, and every four of those artists can have a different experience.
Mm-hmm.
One could pop off and like hand over fist. Another one not even make a cent. Another one do okay. Another one just break even.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can't base your experience based on somebody else's. What you got to do is say, okay, what worked for me this time? What didn't work for me this time? And what do I need to do differently next time? Right? You take the learnings and then you try again, but you got to keep trying.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, man. Uh-oh, the puppies are getting restless.
They're acting up.
Puppies are getting restless. So, Sam, next week, you will be launching the campaign for Cosmic
Next week,
Wars.
Cosmic is so next week, Cosmic Wars is launching. What's the question?
No, I was gonna say, how do you feel? Like, are you ready? What do people expect on Thursday night? Give us a tease.
Here are some pages. This is Empress Nani, right? And you'll learn all about her.
Do you have the original that you worked on way back? Don't show it. Don't show it. Let's show it next week. Yeah. Next week you'll see the original of that.
This is Orphan Zap, his sidekick. This is awesome. And so this is launching next week. This is the cover. This is one of the covers. This is a quote that I got from Paul Dale Roberts. Rod Serling once said that some of his Twilight Zone episodes came from his imagination. If he was alive and could read Cosmic Wars, he would blink in amazement. And I thought that was an amazing quote. So this is the other cover. So those are the 2 variant covers. And then this is the variant cover by Lou Pons, which would be, it's amazing. I mean, it looks like a canvas painting. It's beautiful.
I love the orange and blue like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's stunning. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And if 10 people back Cosmic Wars and back Space Monkeys, everybody on Cosmic Wars will get this crossover print of Gorf and Space Monkeys that I did. So I just need 10 of you to back both campaigns, and every single one of you guys will unlock it for everybody. And again, if on day 1, if you pledge on day 1, if you sign up and you pledge on day 1, you're going to get this 4-inch sticker of the Cosmic Guardian. You become a Defender of Freedom. And if you want to see the size of this, look at it on my face. Look how big that is, bro. That is crazy. Look at that.
And you got
This
a big
is
face. You got a big face. So that's
yo, stop looking, bro. Stop looking. And so and all backers at $25 and up will get this exclusive Cosmic Gorf trading card, exclusive. So there's a lot of incentives for you to walk away with free stuff. So I'm excited about this. I created it when I was 12 years old. His name was Scrungy when I was 12 years old. He evolved into CosmicWars, and I'll share that backstory on how. Because he's a culmination of, it's like goulash, right? If you've seen Cosmic Cow from Too Close for Comfort and Fraggle Rock, and you take Alf and you merge them all together and put a little more in the Martian, then you get CosmicWars. So it's all the things that inspired me as a kid. Yes. Yo, stop acting up. Stop acting up. George is mad because I could still bench 350, bro.
What do you mean? Did I say he was 80 years old? Jesus Christ. You know, man. This is what Lori does. She divides and conquers, and you let her do it. This is the problem. You let her do it.
Oh, you set it off. You said, help out my old friend before he goes into the home. Because before they put him in the home.
And put him on his known each other for a long time. That's why.
Yeah. Then Lou Pons joined it. And Lou Pons starts throwing emojis in there and pictures. It was like, it was like a fraction. It was like
this is what women do. Women divide us, Sam. Let's stay together.
Wow. You're playing the gender card now. Oh, damn.
I love it, man.
That's two karate kicks, bro. That's two karate kicks.
She's gonna mess me up. I can't wait.
But CosmicWars next week, we launch right here on Catch the Craze podcast. There's 2 shows. We'll be here next Tuesday for the unveiling, hopefully, of the second variant cover guest artist, and then Thursday we launch for live. And again, everybody who backs on day 1 is gonna get that free sticker. And then we'll be having raffles. So there's some giveaways during the live launch, only on the live launch. So it's going to be fun.
Love giveaways.
Yeah, man.
No book for you. Oh, yeah, sorry. It was a jokey joke. Come on. We just playing.
Yeah.
I bought a special shacket for you guys. Can't wait to wear it.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's just gross.
I think I'm older than all of you. I'm not Pop's old, but it's the universe.
I'm not Pop old. Wow.
Pop's caught a stray. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe.
He's savage. Wow. Savage. But yes, Sam, who do we got next week? Nobody.
It's us. It's just us. It's just us. The lunch. It's the pre-lunch and the lunch. So Tuesday night, we're going to be talking about some stuff, unveiling some stuff. And look out for everybody who signed up. You guys are going to get a link to the campaign, an early link to see what's available on the campaign, so you get a head start before we launch on Thursday. So look out for that. If you signed up, you'll get that link. And you'll get it on Wednesday, the day before we launch. So you'll have 24 hours to get your shopping list together.
Yeah, they're messed up, man. You said last week someone asked Pops, how did the Louisiana Purchase went?
Wow.
Wow, Pops. Damn. Jeez. Damn. Oh, man. So we're looking forward to next week. Join us for the next episode of Catch the Craze on the 10th. And then on the 12th is the big launch of CosmicWars. A favorite of mine, that's when I met Sam when he was, when he was pimping that book. That's how we met. So, yeah, this is going to be a good one, man.
That was the first comic book. You released Rush 5377, and I released CosmicWars under the Crazy Comics banner. And our debut was at the Big Apple Comic Con at the New Yorker Hotel.
Yep, yes, indeed. So, yeah, man. So, looking forward to it next week. Nostalgia bait, baby. So, make sure you tune in next week. We're going to have a lot of fun stories. And I can't wait for you guys to check out the book. It's been remastered. It's been redrawn. I mean, this thing looks very different.
The whole thing's redrawn. I mean, you're gonna see, if you own the original, you'll see some pages. The layouts are the same, some of it, but everything's redrawn. And recolored and rewritten.
And if Michael's still, I don't know if Michael's still around, but on the rewatch, this is a book zero. This is a book
zero. Yeah, man. It's a book zero. So if you haven't signed up, sign up today. Again, first day backers, you get some crazy incentives, a lot of great stuff to win and to walk away with to add to your basket. It's going to be fun. I'm excited about this. Gorf is the first character I ever created on my own, and so I'm really excited to bring him into in the forefront. It was one of those things you kept asking me every year, when are you gonna do Cosmic? When are you gonna do Cosmic?
dude.
And then I was like, you know what? Tomorrow's not promised. I need to get it out of my system now. And so yeah. So it was a good break because it's a good break from duty because I continue drawing duty next month. And so it's a good break from it. And but I want to complete the duty series as well. If Cosmic Wars does well, then the follow-up issue will be right after issue 9 of Disney in my toilet.
There it goes. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to
All
me,
right.
man.
So with that said, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Don't forget, on the 7th, Path of the Pale Rider launches. Don't forget, Space Monkeys is active right now. And you got a lot of other great campaigns launching on Kickstarter. And again, if you want to do a cross promotion, send me a 30-second promo, a video promo. All you need to do is just add Cosmic Wars as a friend to your campaign on the bottom of your Kickstarter page. And I will play your commercials. So with that said, I am Sam the Crazy Man Bearer.
George the Dreamer Medina.
And we are out.
It's just easy. It's not.
No, it's about my friend Acquise. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh,
He described me. He said, I'm the what?
Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. To Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze. On Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.